This man is not a policeman. He's a humanitarian worker. Yet he has succeeded where the police have failed. In 2003, he founded a child protection NGO called Action pour les enfants, or Action for the Children. Its agents, secretly deployed in the country streets, are all Cambodian.
Les filles, elles passent là sur la moto. So the girls are leaving. How old is she? 12 or 13. And do we know if they stay in the same room or separate rooms? Same room.
The agents don't make arrests. They don't have the authority. Their job is to collect evidence. They're what you might call humanitarian private detectives.
We never know what we're going to find. It can take a very long time, months, years even. We have to intervene as soon as possible, do follow-ups. It's more or less 24/7 work. But for the time being, we don't know.
Their methods are unorthodox. They could even be considered questionable. What right do these men have to do the work of the police? This infiltration technique was initiated by Thierry Darnaudet a few years ago in a suburban district of Phnom Penh known as Kilometer 11. Here, Westerners were offered a very unusual product. These images were filmed 5 years ago in 2003 with a hidden camera.
In the 1990s, it was incredible. It was like a market. The district was a hellhole. That's how I remember it. For the hour I was there, I felt as though I'd entered hell. There were these little girls there with their 16, 17-year-old pimps, very relaxed about it all, and the grandmother in the background cooking the meal. It was like a big family.
I talk you like girl, you know. Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. Stay look number, mama for me. I keep for you first. Okay. Yeah, sure. Today I go lady number 5. Yeah. Don't speak about like that. No. Okay, you sit down. Yes. Yeah. Vô nè. Vô hết đây. Yeah. 11, 12, 10. Okay. Which one 12? This one how old? Right, 12. 11, 12, 11. How much is it? It's for 2. $70.
It was unbelievable. The pedophiles came here, they took the children away with them. These little girls were brought in from Vietnam. They're locked up in these houses. They've probably been beaten, raped, etc.
Yum yum. What is yum yum? Yeah, yum yum. What is suck? We have to wait and then take the car. No, we go work. Okay, bye.
In Kilometer 11, the police look the other way. And the child sex trade would no doubt have continued if the NGOs hadn't stepped in. They collected documentary evidence of the existence of child brothels, alerted the media, and forced the authorities to take action. Today, in Phnom Penh, child prostitution in the streets has disappeared. And amongst the several non-governmental organizations that help change the situation, Action pour les enfants is no doubt the most active. Its headquarters is in an unmarked house in the suburbs of Phnom Penh. Thierry Darnaudet lives in India, but spends a lot of his time between Cambodia and Spain, where he's managed to find funding for his crusade. Fighting child sexual abuse has become his life's work.
I don't think there's any particular reason. I wasn't abused as a child. It's just something that I feel very strongly about. Because these are adults, powerful, responsible beings who use their money and power to manipulate on many different levels: physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. These are predatory beings who target children. Children who are all too often in distressed circumstances, extremely poor, etc. There's an abuse of power here that's intolerable. I think I feel particularly implicated because I'm a Westerner, and it involves people coming from my country. I feel I have the right to go beyond the borders because that's part of my culture too. So I just fell into it and it's never left me.
With a relatively modest annual budget of 300,000 euros, Action pour les Enfants employs 55 agents. They all master English and digital technology. The quays of the Mekong River in Phnom Penh, no doubt the most popular promenade spot of the Cambodian capital. Here, the child predators often act out in the open. Blending in with the anonymous crowd, the NGO men are here. The one they call the man in the Bermuda shorts often hangs around these quays.
There he is.
He's a Frenchman living in Cambodia, who they've been watching for years.
1, 2, 3, 4 young boys.
They are the shoe shining.
He's always on the prowl. He's always looking for more children. So he comes here regularly and does his little tour of the riverside area.
For the past 3 years, they've been collecting proof and eyewitness evidence against the man in the Bermuda shorts. A legal procedure was even initiated against him 4 years ago, but was mysteriously dropped.
So he first adopted 2 boys, and then the 2 boys escaped the house without telling him. They also provided a statement to the police. According to this statement, by the boy and the girl should have been pled guilty. The court official was bribed, corruption. The victim changed their testimony with the reason that they got the money from the perpetrator.
The man in the Bermuda shorts, like many others, is under their constant surveillance. They're waiting for him to make a false move in order to alert the police. And this morning, there's a telephone call precisely concerning him.
Baba.
What's the situation?
He will get him tomorrow. Tomorrow morning.
Departure for Sihanoukville, 250 kilometers south of the capital. At the town's entrance, the Cambodian government has installed a giant signboard. A warning: sexual abuse of children is punishable by imprisonment. A few dozen meters away from the signboard, the man in the Bermuda shorts is staying in this hotel with the child. They share the same room.